Good afternoon. I trust that you're well from wherever you're joining us from across all the 47 counties. This is TV47, ready to bring you up to speed with the latest in the world of news from across all the 47 counties and even beyond the borders. But first, here is a brief of what we have in store for you. Outrage grows as a school principal locks out students with unpaid fees from the previous term. Local leaders demand resignation of a harsh treatment of vulnerable students.
Jambo kutokea, kulikuwa na jambo kama hii mwaka jana na tukakuja hapa. So kama wizara wangemtransfer principal, wamtoe, wamlete mwingine, ndio tuone shule ikiendelea, kwa sababu si peke yake anafaa kwa principal hapa.
The Inspector General of Police, Douglas Kanja, and the Director of the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, Mohamed Amin, will face jail time if they fail to appear in court for the next hearing. Hillside Endarasha School rises from a devastating fire with a renewed focus on safety. Parents regain trust in the school, confident their children are safer.
Kurudisha watoto wangu hapa ni kuwa shule inasomwa na ni muhimu kurudisha mtoto hapa na endelee na masomo. So sina wasiwasi kuregesha mtoto hapa.
Once again, good afternoon. I trust that you're well. My name is Moige William and this is TV47 News Now. We start off where a section of parents, human rights activists and politicians have called for the resignation of Veronica Muli. Veronica Muli is the principal of St. Anne's Girls in Makadara constituency after she prevented students who had school fees arrears from accessing the school, leading to some of them spending the night outside the school gate, an incident that went viral last night. Speaking at St. Anne's Secondary School in a meeting called to mitigate the situation, Makadara Member of Parliament George Aladwa called for stern action to be taken by the Ministry of Education, citing a similar incident last year. Aladwa called on the parents whose children were turned away for fees arrears to return their children to school regardless. The school principal declined to comment on the matter.
Hii jambo kutokea, kulikuwa na jambo kama hii mwaka jana na tukakuja hapa. So kama wizara wangemtransfer principal, wamtoe, wamlete mwingine, ndio tuone shule ikiendelea, kwa sababu si peke yake anafaa kwa principal hapa. Na kama kitu kama imetokea na si jambo ya kwanza ama ya pili, hiyo ni kweli hii shule tumekuja mara mingi na maelewano ya watoto wazazi inakuwa ni kama hakuna. Mimi ningeomba wizara itransfer principal mara moja, walete mwingine ili tatizo hili liweze kuisha.
Shida kubwa kwa hii shule ni communication between the parents and the head teacher. I think parents wamekuwa wakilia sana. Communication hakuna kati yao na head teacher, na popote wamekuja hata kama wakuna issue hawapei platform kuongea ama kupewa ile fursa ya kujieleza mbele ya mwalimu mkuu.
Human rights defenders tunaona these are violations of human dignity. Weza achilia wanafunzi wasichana wadogo kutoka asubuhi hadi usiku na hujawaambia mahali pa kwenda. To me this is a bad picture and the principal must be held accountable for the future of this school, because unaona sasa hii wanafunzi wanatolewa shule, meaning hii shule ina lack future and education is the basic thing, and if tunamaliza shule za Makadara kumaanisha tunarudisha levels of education chini ni Makadara constituency.
Kenya mzima utapata kuna janga hilo, and that's why we are saying this is an example of what is happening to this country, and we are giving the government 7 days. Wapatie Bi Muli compulsory leave, failure to which we shall mobilize all our bunge members tukuja tupaka hapa nje tupige makelele hadi to make sure government imeangalia malilio ya Wakenya.
And now to still the same issue of school reopening, but a little bit change here, where after 21 students were killed in a fire tragedy at the Endarasha school, that is last year, the management of the school has opened to allow students continue with learning activities. Parents have taken back their students to Endarasha Hillside Academy in Nyeri, hoping their students will be safe. School activities are ongoing without dormitories as part of ensuring safety of the learners.
Kuamua kurudisha watoto wangu hapa ni kuwa shule inasomwa na ni muhimu kurudisha mtoto hapa na aendelee na masomo. So sina wasiwasi kuregesha mtoto hapa.
Kama tu ilikuwa an accident tu kama za kawaida. Hata sisi tunaweza bebwa na gari, accident ifanyike. Tuseme tu ilikuwa accident ya kawaida na to hope haita happen tena, na tuna hope management ya shule wako sawa na wako ready kuendelea na masomo.
Mzazi yeyote asiwe na uoga. Ni kuregesha mtoto hapa kuwa na confidence. Mtoto anasoma na mtoto wa ufeel kuwa ako safe. Performance itakuwa iko top. Hiyo nayo naamini. Juu walimu wenye wako hapa, management iko fiti.
Nataka kupatia wazazi hopes, niwaambie ni kitu ilipita na saizi ni mwaka mpya, kwa hivyo mtu asiogope. Kama uko nyumbani na unataka mtoto wako aendelee kusomea hapa Hillside, unaweza mleta, kwa sababu hata sisi wenye tumerudisha watoto wetu tumewarudisha tukiwa na big hopes.
Shifting gears, so far 17 million Kenyans have been registered under Kenya's Universal Health Coverage UHC program, Taifa Care, as the government reports that at least most of the teething problems have been resolved. Speaking during a tour at the Kenyatta National Hospital, Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki has stated that the government is streamlining all outstanding issues to ensure hospitals provide services in an efficient and timely manner. During his tour, Professor Kindiki also engaged with patients and health workers to establish some key components under SHA that require improvement.
This is not the first time we are trying this. The NAC administration attempted this. It didn't succeed. The Jubilee administration attempted this. It didn't succeed. And because of the previous attempts, this time round, we will succeed because we can learn from the other two attempts what were the administrative, legal, and even procedural constraints that made the other attempts not to succeed. So we are very sure that Taifa Care will work. Universal health care for everyone will work this time round. And I want to assure the people of Kenya that we will continue with this exercise of impact assessment, impact monitoring, not just at KNH. We may have started at KNH today, but we are going to other points of service delivery.
In other news, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen, Director of Criminal Investigations Mohamed Amin, and Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja have for the second time snapped court summons to answer to the recently witnessed abductions in the country. The four were expected to appear before High Court Judge Bahati Mwamoye on Wednesday morning to clarify the circumstances behind the disappearances of 6 individuals who were allegedly abducted in December last year. Judge Mwamoye stated that the court has granted the Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja one more chance to redeem himself by availing himself in court, failure to which the court will charge him with contempt of court and sentence him on spot.
What I'd want to hear from counsel is a proposal, not from Mr. Nyamodi, from the rest. I'll begin with senior counsel. What is practical in terms of a return date that gives the second and third respondents in particular the opportunity to take statements and to return, such that when the Inspector General of Police is returning before me for hearing, not a mention, for hearing, they'd have had an opportunity. And so that I make it clear, so that when you're giving your responses, there can be no doubt, if the Inspector General of Police misses on that third hearing date, I will go with option 1. I will cite, convict, and sentence on the spot. With respect to the Director, DCI, I will convict and invite him for mitigation and sentencing. There will be no further opportunities beyond this next hearing date.
And now from the corridors of justice and back to the classroom, matters education. Many public and private schools will not be able to efficiently carry out grade 9 learning due to lack of infrastructure and qualified teachers. Speaking in Ali Bard School in Machakos, the school principal, James Kamunya, has pleaded with the national government through the Ministry of Education to channel more funds towards construction of classrooms and equipping teachers to actualize grade 9. In addition, he also noted that majority of both private and public schools lack enough space for classroom construction.
When it comes to the instructors, they are not enough. And sometimes even when they are posting teachers to various public schools, they make a mistake. You realize they don't pay attention to the learning areas. You may find teachers having the same combination, teachers teach the same learning areas posted in one school. And then they say in that school there are this number of teachers. Yet they have the same combination. It becomes a challenge for such teachers to deliver. I request the government to see how they can mobilize enough resources to help these public schools, because all those ones are Kenyans and they deserve good education, which is offered in private schools. And I believe if there is political will, as well as good governance, the government can realize this dream.
Now here's an update on matters of sports. The national football team, Harambee Stars, cruised to a 2-0 victory over their arch rivals Tanzania in the second game of the Mapinduzi Cup tournament on Tuesday night at Gombani Stadium in Zanzibar. The Francis Kemanzi-led side opened the scoring in the 55th minute through Boniface Moshiri before sealing the win in the second half thanks to Ryan Ogam. Kenya sits at the top of the standings with 4 points and with a superior goal difference. They are followed by Burkina Faso. Harambee Stars next takes on host Zanzibar this Friday, with the top 2 teams meeting in the final. The winner is expected to receive over 6 million shillings prize money.
Inapigwa pasi ya kupenyezwa lakini inakataliwa, wanachelewa lakini anajaka mlinda mlango unamtoka na inapigwa pasi ya kupenyezwa lakini inakataliwa, wanachelewa lakini anajaka mlinda mlango unamtoka na
Harambee the Stars. All right, congratulations on that win. Elsewhere, the 4th edition of the Tinderet Bargatuni Mountain Run preparations are still gearing up in Nandi County. The competition this year is anticipated to draw around 2,000 athletes. Eric Bargatuni, the race founder, claimed that the competition has drawn athletes from other nations as well as various domestic champions. In an effort to win prizes under the Tinderet Member of Parliament Julius Meli's patronage, a total of 1,000 athletes have signed up to compete in the various categories of the mountain run so far.
We have registered about 600 athletes, which they have registered online. And also our prizes this year will be better off than last year, because this year we are giving them encouragement so that there are many competitors on it. And this event has really assisted our region and the whole of the country, because it's encouraging the young generation to come up as athletes, which they will compete in the World Mountain Run. And the World Mountain Run this year, which we expect to do better than last year. And especially our kind of terrain we have here will make them do better in competing worldwide.
All right, and here with me I have some results on Carabao Cup, where Arsenal were beaten 2-0 by Newcastle United in the semi-finals. First but an update of what has been taking shape in the world of news across the country. But our men and women in the newsrooms are already hands on deck, preparing a detailed bulletin for you at 7 and 9. So do keep it TV47, more news and also more entertainment. My name is Moigi William, much appreciative of your invaluable company, and to each and everyone who made this broadcast a success. Good afternoon.